A full lap. There is, again, one boat is, at least today, better than all the rest.
Yeah, it sure looked like it out there. I feel sorry for the other guys in that class, but Sean Sorrente is the professional that's here. He gets paid big money to fly all over the world and go fast for Abu Dhabi. So yeah, those other teams are trying to, they're down there. I can see them now scratching their heads, seeing what they can do. They can't do a whole bunch. Remember, they can't put fuel in it. They can't take fuel out. They can't put weight in it. They can't bring weight out. So changing props is all they can do. Looks like Performance is trying to do that.
As we get ready for the next Super Cat race, did we ever? I don't think we've seen anything about the dependable boat, have we?
I know. I don't see them either. And
we haven't seen them come back to the docks. They came out to start the first race. I don't think they ever got out of the blocks.
No.
And we didn't see them return.
No, but they were out testing early and everything looked good and sounded fresh. I don't know. We'll wait to see if we can get any inside scoop from over there in the pits. Of course, Gonigan sitting here with his hatch down, but nobody's around the boat, so they're not really in a hurry to get out to the start-finish boat. The pace boat is here at the dock, so they're not taking anybody out yet, but so we'll just wait and see. I see Miss Geico is there and ready to go out and do an exhibition run. I believe they're going to do that, after the next race, I believe. So we'll wait and see. Now, I did see that the next Super Cat race, we do have the Outer Limits team that's down here, and they did get both motors fired. I know that we
heard them during the last race quite distinctly.
Right, exactly. And they have this motor that was giving them a hard time. They got it fired. They must have got a power steering pump replaced. That's what we're hearing was the problem. And cleaned up the mess in the bilge. I saw them. They were a little bit of smoke out of that motor still. It looked a little blue to me, but we'll wait and see what that ends up. Hopefully they'll be able to make the start as well.
Doesn't look like they've got a ton of urgency down there right now, though, with the start time kind of coming up on us here, right?
Yeah, I guess maybe we should yell down to these guys.
Let them know. Hey,
15 minutes. Well, here comes a pace boat to pick them up. So
yeah,
yep.
I hope that's the case.
Yeah, well, there's Kenny's team is just down there taking a break, maybe eating a little bit before they go back out for this second race. But, yep, the pace boat there with Scott Porta in the 36-foot Wright Performance Cat from Performance Boat Center. He is coming in here to the docks to pick up the race boats to take them out for the second race for Super Cat.
I want to thank everyone listening here at Camden on the Lake. You're listening online, KRMSradio.com, Facebook, YouTube, and of course News Talk, KRMS, KRMSradio.com, and so many great folks that have helped us do this. Jim Brodigan and his wife, they've also done a lot for us here in the broadcast booth to make sure that we can bring you these races today and tomorrow. It's again, just like the old days, and it's been fun, and we've still got races to go. But again, we're keeping our eye on, again, the Gone Again. They won the first heat. We're keeping an eye here, and you mentioned the pace boat, maybe trying to get everybody out on the course here, Brad.
Yeah, I guess I should have brought my megaphone to yell down at the dock, tell them, come on, boys, it's time to go. Get your jacket, your helmet on, let's go. Time to go racing. So also I want to thank Brian Baldry. He's a buddy of mine. He's here helping running over the pits, getting information for us, keeping track of the laps and everything. So all hands on deck, and it really takes a crew to do this. So thank you.
It's great having Brian up here helping us out and doing all the work for us to make sure we sound halfway intelligent, and we're doing the best we can. We understand that the buoy has been fixed right now, Brad, so hopefully that's a sign that we're ready to get everybody back out there and do this. The final heat of the day for the Super Cats, and again the Super Stocks would still have one to close out the afternoon. Okay, now we got the Gone Again crew. They're starting to mingle around the boat here a little bit, and they're gonna start to mosey their way on out to the starting line. But again, the question we have is for the SV Offshore boat. Will they be able to start?
Well, they're down.
They still have a couple of hatches open.
Yeah, they do. They do. They have one guy down in there. It looks like he's wiping things up. I don't see anybody getting a jacket on. Definitely gone again. Billy's got his jacket on. He's climbing down into the cockpit now. So they're definitely getting ready to go out. But I just don't see anybody on the SV boat getting in. Well, maybe. They're starting to get down into that cockpit. So hopefully they're going to go out and try to give it a go.
They are. That's they got the vests out.
Putting it on right now. There you go.
Here we go. So let's take a break before our next race here. We're coming to you live from Camden on the Lake, the Performance Boat Center offshore at the Ozarks, live on KRMS and KRMSradio.com.
Performance Boat Center is the nation's largest performance boat sales and service dealer with a full-service repair facility and a huge parts inventory. They carry the world's most luxurious new and pre-owned performance and pleasure boats, including Cigarette, MTI, Sensation, Wright Performance, Princecraft Tritoons, and new to the lineup, Tiara Yachts. Shop their headquarters off Highway KK at Redhead Yacht Club or visit performanceboatcenter.com. Performance Boat Center, Lake of the Ozarks.
Let's say your best friend steps on a fishing hook, has a fever, seems sick, or just not themselves. Then it's time for a walk-in visit to our veterinary at the lake. Our pets need medical attention, grooming, dental care, prescriptions, boarding, and many other services from an experienced caring group of veterinarians and staff. Our veterinary at the lake, formerly Lake of the Ozarks Animal Hospital, is the lake's only walk-in animal hospital. Appointments are available at lake.vet or call 573-346-5733.
Ken Otkey Custom Homes boast quality, not compromise. From one-of-a-kind designs to detailed upfront costs, your dream lake home is just a design consultation away. Our turnkey solution provides in-house design and drafting, a dedicated designer, and clear communication along the way. You provide the perfect location and we'll provide the rest. Ken Otkey Custom Homes. Expert quality and workmanship since 1976. Visit KenOTKEConstruction.com.
This is your last chance to cut a deal on our full lineup of compact utility tractors here at Side & Sugar Nobe Partners. Time is running out to save thousands on a John Deere compact tractor package that comes with our exclusive 10-year warranty. Get the John Deere experience you've been looking for by shopping online or visiting us at any of our 26 locations before these deals end. Let's cut a deal now at Side & Sugar Nobe, your partner for the land, snpartners.com.
Offer valid through 10/25/2020. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Hi, I'm Gunnar Schuster. My family has worked really hard to make Somerset Boatless the best.
Yeah, that was a few years ago, but nothing has changed. We're still building the most trusted boat lift on the lake, the Galva Hoist Boat Lift, to provide peace of mind for years to come. Come by and see my dad, grandpa, and everybody in Camdenton and Osage Beach.
Lifting your dreams from canoes to cruisers to Somerset Boatlifts.com.
Exceeding your expectations. That's what attorney Aaron Ellsworth found out when he called Bryant Auction.
Well, everything Rick told me he would do, he actually exceeded. Rick showed up, looked at the property. It also included large excavation equipment and all this personal property, and Rick looked at it. He had everything going and everything out within 7 days, which was the demand of the property owner. In fact, I think he was out in 6 days. It was just unbelievable. Rick's easy to work with. You call him up. They also follow through after the sale with titles, and I recommend Bryant Auction.
346-4777 or go to BryantAuction.com.
People are over the top about their animals, and our veterinary at the lake is over the top when it comes to providing care for your pets. Keeping your pets healthy and happy throughout every stage of life is the #1 priority of our veterinary at the lake. For medical, surgical, dental, and emergency care, our veterinary at the lake is there for you and your pets. Learn more at lake.vet or call 573-346-5733.
Offshore at the Ozarks. On your home for powerboat racing at the lake. News Talk, KRMS.
Brendan Matthews and Brad Harrington with you inside the Somerset Boat Lift broadcast booth. It is day one of Performance Boat Center offshore at the Ozarks, as we've got the second heat coming up for the Super Cats. And here's some of that Hear that engine down there, Brad, and those are our friends we've been telling you about, SV Offshore. Can they make it work? Can they get it back out there on plane and on the course?
Well, looks like they're going to give it a good try. They're headed out. So Gone Again is already out, headed towards the milling area. Pace Boat is taking them out at this time. It sounds as though Miss Geico is going to be racing with this Supercat fleet in this race. So they're going to do 5 laps. The other boats are going to be doing 8 laps.
8, right? Yeah.
8 laps, right? And so we'll see how this shakes out on the Supercat race.
You're listening to KRMS Osage Beach, KMYK HD3 Osage Beach. Glad you're with us for this inaugural edition of the Performance Boat Center Offshore at the Ozarks. And the Super Cats, if you're joining us late, it was a 2-horse race in that first heat, Brad, and it looked like a runaway finish really for the MCON team. They break down, and it opened the door for the Gone Again team to take the crown. And we're wondering if we I really don't know what to expect in this Super Cat race. I don't know who's going to be able to start, who's going to be able to finish, but we're going to have, I think, 3 of the boats give it a try.
Right, exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing about offshore boat racing. You just never know what to expect. You never know who's going to be able to win or make the boat last long enough to win. It definitely was that the case there with the Gone Again boat. MCON had it going away. They were so far out in the lead, and then like Tyler said in his interview, they all of a sudden had a camshaft give out on them, broke, and so that motor is done. But yet they went out towards the start boat. I don't know if they're going to try to at least get the points to start, or maybe he's headed back towards the house. I know his house is up that direction too.
Right. We've got Miss Geico heading out there towards the course as well. Again, they are not in the Super Cat class. They're in a class by themselves, but they are going to do a little exhibition race.
5.
Into lap 4 and then lap 5.
Right.
They will begin and give all the folks a little bit of a show here. Everybody loves to see the Miss Geico boat, the beautiful paint job, the bright paint job, Miss Geico.
Yeah, you
no matter where
that.
it goes, it catches a lot of eyeballs for sure.
Yeah, you can't miss it. That's for sure. Glad I got my sunglasses on. I'm in the shade. So what we're hearing is that they're going to go out and start this Super Cat race. Miss Geico's going to run 5 laps. We've also heard a little bit of the inside skinny for everybody out there listening, is that when the Super Cats are on the 4th lap, the pace boat's going to come in here and pick up the cat outboards and take them out there to the milling circle and get them ready to go so we can get the races in by the 4 o'clock window that we have for the permit from Missouri State Water Patrol for this race today. So everything's going to go pretty quick here in this last hour, or 3 o'clock hour, I believe. So we'll see how everything shakes out.
I'll duck out after the Super Cats, Brad. I believe John Roger is going to join you for the last half hour as we head off to Springfield, Missouri for Camden Laker football tonight. You'll hear it on 93.5 Rocks the Lake. And then I'm back with you tomorrow at 3 for the conclusion of this first ever Performance Boat Center Offshore at the Ozarks. And a shout out again to everybody, Brett Benier, Mark Waddington at Performance Boat Center for spearheading this and making this a reality, and for including us, KRMS and Viper Broadcast into this equation. For those folks for a long time listening to KRMS and Dennis and Ken, what they have meant to broadcasting events like this, Brad, for 25 years. They've the innovators of bringing the Lake of the Ozarks and really the world offshore performance boat racing. The innovators, and we're proud to be back bringing this to you. And an event that, by the way, was sold out from all of our sponsors in 36 hours. Done. Wow. Done. Sold out. So
That's amazing.
We thank all of our sponsors that know what we're going to deliver here on KRMS, and we're so excited to have that. Let's go down to the docks right now, and this dock report is brought to you by Econo Lift. We say hi and hello to Captain Bob and Christian Blood, gentlemen.
All right, thank you very much, Brendan. Appreciate that, and thanks for you and Brad for doing what you guys are doing up there today. I'm here with Mark Waddington. Great idea.
What's great to have a race on October? I love it. Weather's awesome.
Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you so much for putting this thing together, kind of on the spur of the moment, wasn't it?
It was definitely a last-minute item. Once we heard that Key West was canceled, I started working on an option to make this happen, yeah.
Very, very good. Now, we've already had one set of races from each class, getting ready to start the next one, but we got a little bit of a demo going on out there right now.
Yeah, we do, on both classes. Well, we had a couple guys break in the Super Cat class. They're working to get everything fixed. I think everybody's going to be fixed by tomorrow, so no matter what, I think we'll have all 4 boats tomorrow.
That's very good. And I know swapping parts is something you don't think about. Team A helping Team B, but that's really what's going on here.
Oh, absolutely. Dependable had an issue. MCON's going to provide some parts for them tonight to get fixed for tomorrow. MCON then had a motor blown today, and we're giving them a motor for tomorrow so they can run them tomorrow. So the goal is to get everybody out there racing. That's the main things.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again, Mark. We do appreciate you and the team from Performance Boat Center for making the Ozarks another highlight for this year and probably from years to come.
Oh, thank you. Hope everybody comes tomorrow.
All right. Thanks again, Mark. All right. We're continuing our reports down here. Best of luck to Brendan and KB and Christian heading out for high school football games tonight. But, Brad, you and I will hold down the fort. We'll be talking to you some more from the boat docks at Camden on the Lake. I'm Captain Bob.
Thank you, Captain. Brought to you by Econo Live Boat Lift as we continue here. And as Brad, as you mentioned, fast and furious here over this next, inside of this next hour to try and get everything in. Again, the Super Cats are going to start us off, and then the Pace Boat bringing those super stocks out onto the water as well to try and finish this event. We're going to get an update on that the dependable boat. We were telling you about it. Went out to the start. Went out to the staging area. Never started the first race. Never came back. They have apparently tried to address a couple of issues there, Brad. The dependable boat. You got that update. They won't be in this next race.
No. Unfortunately, they went to the crane. Got that word from Brian that ran over there and talked to the crane guy. They had a significant leak in one of the crash boxes. It sounds like we got the boats up on plane, and we are getting ready to start this race for the Super Cats. They are going to be doing 5 laps, not 8 laps. I just got an update from D with race control, and so it's going to be a 5-lap race here, including Geico, and we've got Gone Again and SV. Hey, SV is out in the lead here in Super Cat. Wow, look at that. So Geico went out. Of course, they're an unlimited boat today. Right. So they're not in our class for the Super Cats. And so you have SV and Gone Again, and that's a really close race. You got just 3 boat lengths between them.
You mentioned the MCON boat there, Brad. Were they able to start? That's the good question. We've got Gone Again. We've got SV Offshore. MCON, were they going to try to start? I don't think they were able to go. But again, that's a little bit out of our vantage point.
Nope,
there they are. There they are.
Yep. So they're making the race.
They are on plane, and they are. Yeah. They're going to get some points out of this.
You can't count them out, man. They're giving it everything they can. Get up on plane with one motor. Here comes Geico Pass for the first, or the start of their race, basically. Their half lap there. Steve Curtis and Britt Lilly in that boat today. And here you have Gone Again and SV there. Still 4-boat lead.
We got a race here.
Yeah, we got a heck of a race.
Let's hope it keeps up as they start their first lap.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Look at that. So going down towards the dam there. Got a little bit more of a rooster tail with Gone Again. SV, they're not slowing, are they? I hope they're not. So these boats are racing the Super Cat motors, which are basically a 450-horse big block Chevrolet. Here comes our flyover. Thank you very much there. And so big block Chevrolets, 750 horse carbureted motors, and they do have different engine builders that are in that class, but they have to build them to the spec.
Let's give you the starting weather conditions for this second Super Cat heat. Right. It is brought to you by our veterinary at the lake. Again, very little chop out on the water. We've hardly seen any all day today. very few clouds, 65 degrees. Temperatures have warmed up a little chilly at the start this morning. Brad, but we're feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, I tell you what, coming over here this morning by boat, 42 degrees, it was cold. And my boat does not have a windshield, so I was chilly coming over
Oh, man,
here.
you don't have a windshield?
No.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you sure don't. Look at your boat down there right now. You do not.
Yeah, no, and I didn't bring the family boat over. I brought the race boat. So
yes, you did.
Oh yeah, there's Geico on the back stretch. Man, they are just flying down there. Look at that thing, beautiful. But you have the world class racer of Steve Curtis in there on the sticks.
Gone Again leading in the Super Cats. We're waiting to see if SV Offshore, off camera right now, if they are still on course or not.
I thought they were slowing.
Oh, there they are. There they are.
There they are. Yep, but they were slowing as they
have
came.
slowed, yeah.
Yep, just went out of our view here going down towards the dam. So they've got what? They're about a quarter-mile lead, about 10-second lead.
They're hanging in, both hanging in. And again, as we saw, Gone Again won the first race, but they won the first race because all the other boats fell by the wayside.
Yep.
So there would potentially be some openings for SV Offshore as this race continues, as Miss Geico makes another pass by us here at the Bath and Home Transformation start-finish line.
The one
There's
here,
MCon.
Yeah, it's MCon. That's Tyler and Myrick. They're coming through on one motor. Got that thing up on plane. I don't see how you can get a 43-foot cat on plane with one motor, but they did it.
It's pretty amazing.
That is amazing. I couldn't get my boat up on plane with one, that's for sure.
So do they started, do they need to finish a lap to get the points, Brad? Or the fact that they did start, is that going to give them the points they want? MCon's really, they're pulling off right now, it looks like.
I think they just took the start, basically is what that was. So
yeah, they're pulling off now.
Yep. Looks like they're not going to try to stress the other motor too much.
Gone Again, looks like they've opened up a lead on SV Offshore, but SV Offshore making a pass by the Bath and Home Transformation start-finish line. They're hanging in.
Yep, getting a little bit of boat weight there, wiggling it back and forth. But, it does look like Gone Again has stretched out the lead a little bit there. And I don't see, SV Offshore may be smoking just a little bit. That one motor, that port motor, was just smoking here at the dock a little bit, so they may have a motor going away on them.
Look, I'm getting a look at them here on the video feed, Brad, and I think I'm not seeing smoke, but I'm not seeing much oomph out of
no pep in their step.
Out of their step up, out of their setup. Correct. As Miss Geico, no problem. They're pep right now. They're motoring.
They're having a blast. Britt Lilly is in that boat with Steve Curtis today. He raced in Morehead City, and he's good friends with Travis Pastrana, famous extreme sports person. I guess you'd call that extreme sports. Like, he's done about everything. Yeah. So he's done off truck racing out in the desert, and all kinds of different races. And he's going to be in that boat with Steve for other races, but just couldn't get this one to fit in his schedule. Being famous like that,
it's tough. It's tough
as
work.
you are.
Yeah. Indeed. Gone Again, maintaining a significant lead as we wait to see SV Offshore, that is now fallen considerably behind, and I have to wonder they haven't. There they are. Every time I'm ready to count them out, Brad, they come out of nowhere. They're still in play here, very much so.
Yep. It's pretty consistent. I don't think the lead has changed too much. And they're right there just in case, And if something were to happen to Gone Again, like what happened to MCon earlier, they're right there in the heat. I see a little bit of smoke there in that rooster. In that rooster tail.
I do. I see
it hanging there on that back stretch.
I sure do.
And that's not just running rich. That's something else. Burn a little bit of oil somewhere.
So, do you anticipate them being able to finish then the full 5 laps if the smoke is already a problem here on the right now? They're getting ready to finish the second lap.
You never know. MCon, their boat went away, broke camshaft, and they had no prior signs at all. They had just called in 5 seconds before to tell their spotters that everything looked great on the gauges, and then bam, it went away. So this one may just have some rings leaking down and burning a little bit of oil. So if that's the case, then they probably can get through this race. I don't know if they brought extra motors to swap out tonight, but time will tell. I am getting an update here on CR Racing. I've got a picture of the side of the boat. Looks like they had a pretty good chunk come off the back port side of the boat.
Man.
So doesn't look pretty. A little bit more than tape's going to have to fix that.
You're right about that.
Starboard side, I'm sorry. I was looking at it wrong.
So let's see, waiting to get a look. We're the pass by the Marathon Home Transformation start-finish line. Have not seen the SV Offshore boat.
No, and it looks like Geico's slowed considerably,
Yes,
so they're
they have
probably
as well.
done. You know, they're in a class by themselves today, so they wanted to get Britt some more seat time, and they probably said it's enough and enough, and we'll go ahead and pull the inside of the course. MCon there's making her way back over to the crane. And yeah, I'm not seeing anybody.
I'm not seeing anybody.
Yeah.
I'm looking on the screen. I've got nobody. Waiting to see if we get
an update of anything.
I'm waiting to see if Gone Again makes their way onto the second straightaway. There they are. There's Gone Again.
Yep.
Still on course, but I think SV Offshore, again, every time I've counted them out, they've come back, but I haven't seen them since, and just waiting to get a look. I think they may be off to our left here, Brad, because I never saw them come back and pass by the start-finish again.
So it'll be interesting to see how the points check out then, because Gone Again will end up racing or winning both of these heats today. I don't know if anybody, we'll have to see how tomorrow shakes out. I don't know if anybody can beat them.
Status update here brought to you by Dockworks, and the status doesn't look great for the SV Offshore boat right now. That is, again, we got Miss Geico coming back to the docks, but yeah, I have not seen it on camera either, Brad, to be honest with you.
Huh. Well, time will tell. But so tomorrow, if Gone Again will have a commanding lead going in with the points to tomorrow's races, and somebody will MCon would have to really come out and have an amazing showing and have something catastrophic happen to Gone Again, then it'll all come down and make for a dicey points race, that's for sure. So there's Gone Again, and that is lap
3 in the books.
3 in the books.
So on to lap 4 now.
All right. Of 5 today.
Yes.
This second heat. And like we said, here comes a pace boat, and they're grabbing the cat outboards and getting ready to go out.
And I think Brad's going to be you and John Roger on that final race coming up as we duck out for football. But
do you have to grab your helmet and pads?
I don't know if they left any for me here or not. I'll have to check it out just to keep me safe, quite honestly.
Oh, okay.
Just to keep me, precious cargo heading down to Springfield, and we'll be back here tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, no sign of the SV boat, and your standings right now, brought to you by Dockworks, is all about the Gone Again boat. Can they hang around and be the sole survivor again here in the Supercats? Be big for their point lead heading into tomorrow.
Yeah,
Brad.
Definitely. And I haven't seen that SV boat come back around, so they must have headed over towards the crane. We can't see.
Yeah, KB let me know here, Brad. It's SV Offshore is off course, officially.
Yeah, they must have headed back over to the crane.
Yeah,
and they were off to our left, which would be the turn that's down towards about the 8-mile marker. So they must have headed to the crane and tried to go back and fix it. So they must have, that motor probably went away on them. That was burning a little bit extra oil. So we'll see if they can get it fixed for tomorrow's race. I can hear Gone Again coming back down the course.
Right now, just like the first race at this point, racing against themselves. That first race, they trailed MCon. I think we counted it out, 19, 20 second lead before MCON went down and Gone Again had the lead all by themselves.
Yep, Billy Moore and Christian McCauley in that boat today, and they're doing great. They have a great attitude of the boat. Little rooster tail there, so they're running. The only people they're racing right now is the helicopter.
Boat versus helicopter, again, a little side action.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a uncontested race for Team Gone Again, the number 71 boat, as they're going to win the first 2 heats today, heading into the final heat tomorrow. And you heard Mark Waddington down on the docks a little bit ago, Brad, that the hopes that those Super Cats that have undergone some of these issues will be back tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see where they're at. But for Gone Again, looked like the second or third fastest boat earlier. They're going to be the top dog, the top cat, if you will, by the time this is all said and done here this afternoon.
Yep, that's good for Kenny. He came all the way up from Texas, brought his whole crew up here. He's had a great showing with that boat. So there is lap 4 of 5 for them. They got last lap to go. Keep it all together, come back around and bring it home. Then the Pace boat has a red flag up here in the pits, and they're getting all the guys here in the Cat Outboard Super Stocks getting ready to get in their boats, and the LPC's already in the canopy and pushed away from the dock and getting ready to head out to the milling circle.
It's and again, that super stock race will be interesting again, because that heat we saw a little while ago, really from about second place through about 8th place, was really competitive for much of that contest, ultimately before Allen Lawn Care pulled away, Phase 5 pulled away, and obviously STR with the a dominating, almost full lap victory in that super stock. But this is the final lap of the Super Cats, and a second Gone Again win is going to be coming up here momentarily, as they will be in a pretty good spot. As I mentioned, top cat heading into tomorrow afternoon's final race.
Yeah, yep. And so the super stocks going out there, you know, that Sean Torrente had such a demanding lead there and finish of the first heat. I remember when Gary Blue was like that in this class with the FJ propeller boat. Everybody else was racing for second place. So anything can happen, you know, and the other guys in the class, they'll get it figured out and they'll find the speed that Sean Torrente has. But you're also dealing with a guy that is paid to go all over the world and be the fastest guy that he can in a boat. So very, very knowledgeable professional, and boy, he's got that boat figured out today.
Helicopter's got the lead, though. Come on, Gone Again.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And he's even crabbing down the backstretch there, going sideways. Whoever that pilot is not his first day on the job.
No, sir. No, sir. But uncontested here in the Super Cats, as it turns out. Again, we got a start, maybe a couple laps in for the SV Offshore team, and just a start for the MCON team.
Yeah, they got one lap in, so that they're in the points race at least a little bit. So I do see the checkered flag out. So when Gone Again comes around, they're going to win this race. We got the Pace boat bringing out the super stocks too. Everybody else is pushing off the dock, headed out.
The super stocks are going to be coming up next. They're pretty quick.
Yeah, they're
out of the gate. Once we walk out the door, it's going to be super stocks right on top of you.
Yeah, we've got to get it in, I believe, before 4 o'clock. Before 4 o'clock, so we got about 35 minutes to get this next race in. So I'm sure we'll be able to do it one way or another. Gone Again, it should be coming back around, be able to take this checkered flag. They may have taken it there on the backside. I don't know if they're going to.
No, they're coming. He's coming.
He's coming around? Okay, great.
Big old rooster tail as he heads towards the
waving
Bath
to
and
us.
Home Transformation start-finish line.
There he is. Great showing for Texas team. Gone Again. Kenny Mumble.
Your winners in the Super Cat class once again, back-to-back heats. Gone Again in great position for tomorrow's finale here at the Performance Boat Center Offshore at the Ozarks.
Yes, brought to you by Performance Boat Center, and got all the other boats going out for the second heat of the Super Stock race.
Super Stocks are coming up next, and John Roger's going to take my spot in the big chair, joining Brad Harrington for our final race coming up here in just a few minutes. I'll talk to everybody here tomorrow. I'll see you tonight on 93.5 Rocks from Springfield, Missouri. You're listening to the Performance Boat Center Offshore at the Ozarks, KRMS and KRMSradio.com.
When it's time for a new lift, it's time for an Econo-Lift. Start with totally enclosed polyethylene tanks built for stability in high water traffic. All wear points are protected with polyethylene or nylon bushings, so your lift lasts longer too. Add a 5-year warranty on the galvanized steel and lifetime warranty on the tanks, and you'll see why Econo-Lift is the obvious choice. On Old Route 5, 3.5 miles north of the square in Camdenton.
If you pull to left with Econo-Lift and stop scrubbing your bottom, stop it.
If you're a contractor, call Kenny Carroll Excavating. For one home or multiple to new subdivision infrastructure, they're the guys. Driveways, a load of gravel or topsoil, drainage issues, land clearing, ponds, and much more is what they do. Kenny Carroll Excavating installs water lines, water systems, and is a registered septic installer. Competitively priced, and their drivers and operators are veterans in the field. Big or small, they do it all. Visit KennyCarrollExcavating.com or call 317-0464.
If you're tired of your old dock or maybe have dock envy, give DockWorks a call. This is Michael Hudson, and we at DockWorks are proud to be a sponsor of the Offshore at the Ozarks. With over 18 years of serving the lake community, our docks are proven to be strong and supported. If you want to see why DockWorks was voted best dock builder on the lake for 2020, give us a call at 573-964-1919. That's 964-1919, or like us on Facebook. Remember, life is too short to live with dock envy.
Ellerman Roofing wants your business. Don't take chances with those bargain uninsured companies. Ellerman Roofing has been around for several generations, and new owner Chris Kimes is experienced and ready to help you with superior roofing, construction, and repairs, both commercial and residential. Dependable, reasonable, and consistent. That's Ellerman Roofing, now a division of Kimes Corp. Call 573-348-3553 today. 573-348-3553.
It's the lifestyle you've been dreaming about. A home on Lake of the Ozarks waterfront. Hi, this is Annie Falstidge, owner-broker with Lakefront Living Realty. We deal exclusively with waterfront and water access properties nationwide, and we have realtors that specialize in different areas of the lake. You're not just buying a lakefront property, you're buying the lake and the lifestyle that is special to Lake of the Ozarks. For more information, visit lakefrontliving.com or call us at 833-LK-FRONT. We're proud to be a broadcast sponsor of Offshore at the Ozarks.
People are over the top about their animals, and our veterinary at the lake is over the top when it comes to providing care for your pets. Keeping your pets healthy and happy throughout every stage of life is the #1 priority of our veterinary at the lake. For medical, surgical, dental, and emergency care, our veterinary at the lake is there for you and your pets. Learn more at lake.vet or call 573-346-5733.
Performance Boat Center is the nation's largest performance boat sales and service dealer with a full-service repair facility and a huge parts inventory. They carry the world's most luxurious new and pre-owned performance and pleasure boats, including Cigarette, MTI, Sensation, Wright Performance, Princecraft Tritoons, and new to the lineup, Tiara Yachts. Shop their headquarters off Highway KK at Redhead Yacht Club or visit performanceboatcenter.com. Performance Boat Center, Lake of the Ozarks. Strap yourself in. It's Offshore at the Ozarks on News Talk, KRMS.
Welcome back to the event. We are live here inside of the Somerset Boat Lifts. Can you hear us? There we go. Hey, all right. Welcome back, folks, to Offshore at the Ozarks here. News Talk KRMS, streaming online. I am John Roger, stepping in for the one and only Brendan Matthews, alongside Brad Harrington. And Brad, we're glad to have you here as well. You know, it's interesting because all the years we've done Powerboat Racing, I don't think I've ever had to fill in for Brendan, except for when he had to go down to do the awards ceremonies. But this time it's different. We got Camden On The Lake football coming up on our sister station, 93.5 Rocks. That comes up later tonight about 6 o'clock. And then Christian also left us because he's going to be joining with the Osage football play-by-play on Classic Country 104.9. So, glad to be with you here. We are sponsored by Performance Boat Center. The guys helped put this whole thing together. And I tell you what, we're excited. We still got another race left to go. If you're out on the water, though, Brad, and your folks are starting to leave saying, well, is it over? No, you still got a race to go, and we still have a regatta permit that requires you to be idle speed for at least an hour after the race is over. So you can't just go flying out of here yet. That's between the 5 and the 9 mile mark of the main channel and the half-mile mark of the Gravoi Arm. But otherwise, it's been a phenomenal day.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful water out here. The weather really hadn't had anything to play in this. It's a little bit of a wind chop out there, a little bit of boat traffic just from the race boats itself with the wakes out there. But, yeah, it's a wonderful water out there for the boats today.
Well, I'll tell you what, it sounds like the party is getting started here at Camden on the Lake. I tell you, they got the live music down there on the stage, and you can hear it through our microphones, but they sound great. And let's talk about the races so far today. Now, we watched, this course has been pretty stable throughout the day. What did you say?
Oh, yes, definitely very stable. So in this first heat that we saw with the Super Stocks, it was a great race. Sean Torrente and his boat, the ST Racing boat, had just a dominant lead today in that first heat. So we'll see if he has anything for the class again. If he can come from the outside, he's got to start in the outside pole position and see if he can make up that difference and still pull out a win on the second heat.
Yeah, that's the thing I think a lot of folks are not probably used to, is in this race, we're used to 1 or 2 races, especially when you talk about OPA, or in cases of other races, you don't normally get to see 3 races in a weekend. And in this particular case, whoever won the first race starts in the back of the second race, and you really don't get a final winner until Saturday afternoon when the third race is completed.
Right, exactly. So it's just like down in Key West when everybody goes down there. So down in Key West, you would race on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And so the first 2 races are half laps, just like what we're doing here today with the heat races. And then Sunday is twice the lap length, and that one has the more points too. So you have to finish all the races to make the points work to win the championship at the end.
I got to tell you, it's been a hard year for powerboat racing, especially when you think of COVID-19 and what it's done around the country. And hearing that Key West was canceled was kind of like, it's almost when they stopped racing NASCARs, all the racing in the country just kind of came to an end for a long period of time. But when they canceled the whole event, you knew it wasn't coming back. A lot of powerboat racers were like, what do we do now? And thankfully, Performance Boat Center said, you know what? Let's try to pull one more out here at Lake of the Ozarks, and you couldn't have picked a better weekend to do it. And it looks like a lot of the boaters are out here getting a chance to really improve their times, improve their boats, and get ready for the 2021 season.
Oh, definitely. And Mark Waddington and his crew put this together quickly, and it's a wonderful thing that they did too, that all these boat racers can get the boats out on the course and get some racing in this year, and we sure thank them for doing that.
Absolutely. So I guess we have to take a look at this in this perspective. It's not, we weren't jam-packed. We didn't have hundreds of boats. We had quite a few boats that have come in so far for the race. What are we thinking about for next year? You think this is going to grow in popularity again, just like all of the other races that have come down to the lake area?
Oh, yeah. I think this, everybody loves coming to the Lake of the Ozarks to race. From all the other racers that I talk to, they just love this because all of the fans here are so warm and welcoming, in anywhere that they go. They just stop by the parts store here. Everybody's so nice to them. Looks like I see a helicopter coming down the course, so we may have a start of the second heat starting right now.
All right, well, that's good because we've been waiting for them to come through. It looks like they're showing up here on the video. If you're watching on our stream at krmsradio.com, up on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channels. And there you see the boats. They are 3 wide going down that straightaway. Look at that. Wow. What a side-by-side action. Now there's 4 wide going in there. And at the top boats, LPC, one of them is in there right now in these super stock classes. And Brad, man, they are having a good time with this. Look at that. Look at that as they come down the
So they're supposed to hold their lanes right now the way that they are until they get past this first turn. So right now, ST Racing is out in front, and you got Jackhammer in second, actually, and LPC is just getting taken over for second place. So then you have FJ is about 2 boat lengths back, so it's wonderful racing there starting up for this second heat.
Absolutely. Now they're coming into the turn, coming out of our vision right now, but when they come back around, we'll get to see what they look like at the start-finish line here in front of Camden on the Lake. And I got to tell you, I mean, the water is glass. How does that affect these super stock boats, being out there? It's nearly almost perfect.
Yeah, super flat water or glass water is slow. You really want a little bit of ripple out there just to break up the adhesion to the boat. So, everybody wants just a little bit of wind chop, but just not too much. But it's perfect racing out here conditions today. Just perfect.
Now let's see when they come around the bend here. Obviously, we see them coming back up on the screen, and I can tell you,
Jackhammer's in the lead.
Right. Jackhammer is in the lead at this point with the first lap down on the books here. LPC is kind of going
coming up in
side.
second there. Look at that. It's close racing. And Phase 5 is in fourth place. FJ Propeller in sixth. Performance and Alan Alt Lawn Care duking it out there for, what would that be, 7th and 8th.
Yeah, very good as they're going down towards, which turn is that one back there? Is that 1 and 2?
Actually, no. That one back there is...
That's 3 and 4?
Yeah, it's actually turn 6, 7, and 8.
7, 8.
Yeah.
How many turns have we got in this race?
9.
It's like going to a road course.
Yeah. So really, there's this big turn down here on this end on the down lake side, so about the 8-mile marker. That's one turn, but it actually has 3 parts to it. It has the beginning, the apex, and the exit. So that is actually turn 1, 2, and 3.
And where we sit here on Camden, we're right on the first straightaway, right?
Right, first straightaway. So we're actually here at turn 4, right out here in front of us, where it is a slight dog leg to the right. And then you get a little bit farther up, and you have turn 5, which is even more of a right-hand turn. Then they get down to the turn that's closer to the dam, and you have turn 6, 7, and 8 there. And as you come back down towards us here at Camden on the Lake, you have turn 9 that would be over closer to the Millstone side.
It's so amazing to look at that race course. I think a lot of folks don't even know, how that course is set up. We have obviously the photo up on our website at krmsradio.com, so you can go there and actually take a look at that race course as well as our Facebook page. But so many they always think, well, it's just 4 turns, right? It's just the water, but that's not how it is.
No, definitely not. And the thing is, with a liquid course, it's ever changing. So you can set up for one corner, come back, and it will be completely different the next time.
Well,
so let's see. We can see him there on the back stretch, and ST Racing is not running away with the lead like they had before. In fact, we have Jackhammer in first place right now. Great for those guys. Victory Cat out front right now, leading by about 4 boat lengths over ST Racing.
That's amazing. Look at the way that he caught up there and getting around the backside of this race course is just an incredible speed. And you can start to see there's a little bit of ripple starting out on the water there, so that's probably improving their speed.
Yeah, and that's a little bit, boat wakes from the boat traffic there. And you have LPC in third. That's awesome for those guys. Completely rebuilt that boat this year from flowing it over backwards down in Key West. So that's great to see.
I wonder how long it's going to take for the rest of these guys to be, if they're starting from the back, what's the average time it takes to get back to the front when you go around in these courses?
Well, it just depends on how far out the first guy is, to reel him in. Every time it changes. Who knows? So these guys here, that's still Jackhammer in first,
yep.
ST Racing in second, and that's about a 7-boat lead right there. Then back about 10 boats is LPC. They've got a great showing. Look like they got a good setup. Then Phase 5 is back about another 15 boats there. And then you have FJ Propeller and Allen Lawn Care. They're within 3 boats of each other. Look at that. Side-by-side action, basically.
There you go. And we heard from the team Allen just a while ago after the first race was over, and he said, I made some mistakes. I want to get back up front there and make a run for this. So it looks like he's trying to get up there to get closer to the front after he's starting in the back, from finishing early second place in the first run. They have to start in the back, and he's starting to make his way up to the front.
Yeah, he's doing a great job too. I see Performance there in their cutout board, Rusty. They changed the props, so it looks like their setup went away. Unless that when they burn off fuel, if that boat will lighten up and be able to get a little bit quicker. But it looks like they're struggling a little bit to catch the crowd.
Now, you and I know a lot about racing, so we understand what that means. But for the folks that are just for the first time, starting to watch boat racing, because it's getting popular across the country, how does a prop change really affect the boat?
Oh, okay. So if you set up your boat with the prop, it's got everything to do with the weight of the boat too. Think about it. Everybody, even if you put a lot of weight on your pontoon boat, if you've got a lot of people on it, it's not going to be as quick as it is when you have just yourself out there. So same thing. If they fill it full of fuel and they go out there, and it's just not going to be as fast with that prop. So what they want to do is be able to have a prop that's quick enough to be able to carry that weight. Their top speed prop may not be strong enough to carry that weight around the course. So we'll see if they come into their setup. Right now on the back side, look how close that setup or that race is. Oh my gosh.
They're side by side.
They are side by side. That's great.
As they're coming down towards that back stretch here, right across from Camden on the Lake, let me tell you, they are literally side by side. That is a good run for Jackhammer. And I guess we can't make out the name on the side of that boat there.
Yeah, Jackhammer and STR Racing. Sean Torrente.
Obviously, I think they're gunning on trying to win a second race.
Yeah, definitely. They're kind of in striking distance at any time. So I don't know if they're holding back and waiting to see what Jackhammer can do. It's great to see that Jackhammer, a local team, is having such a great showing here in the second heat.
And they've been involved in OPA racing for quite a while as well.
Yeah, they have been. They had another boat that they had bought from overseas and had it shipped here, and it just wasn't the performer that they were looking for. So they jumped on board and ordered this new Victory Cat, and they've had really good luck with it.
Seems so. Hopefully they can continue that luck if they're going to keep this race going and all the way to the end, because they've got quite a battle for that first lead. And as they come back here to the front here where Camden on the Lake is, and they're still in the lead. I mean, it's inches, man. I mean, you're maybe one boat length apart from these two.
Yeah, Jackhammer's on the outside, but he's got a lead by about 2 boats, and but they're doing really well. It's anybody's race at this course, but at this time. But Torrente is on the inside, so Jackhammer can't close the door, I don't think, at this point. So if they do, there'd be an infraction.
Now, our scorekeeper is coming up here to tell us a little bit about, they're going to run all 7 laps. That's fantastic, because earlier they were talking about only doing 5 laps because we were looking at, running out of our time to do the boats. So we had a couple of course issues that had to be fixed, and the good news is they're going to run all 7 laps.
Great. What lap is that then?
I don't know. So what lap are we on now?
We are on lap 3.
Lap 3, okay.
See, it's not as easy as everybody thinks it is it?
No, we need a lap counter up here.
We do. Brian Baldry over here, our friend, is helping us out with the lap count. So appreciate that, Brian.
He's been actually standing here. He's on my right side, if you can imagine, the right side of your radio, and he's over here just basically counting them as they go through. That's 1, that's 2. Thank you so much.
Well, he's pulling tape. He's got the old racer's way of doing it.
There you go. Yes, we got that.
That's
good.
Yep.
All right. Well, they're looking good here as they're coming around to the their side here. Oh, wow, there we go. You really are pulling tape. I didn't even see that there.
This is real life over here, John. Come on now.
I mean, you know what? I've been shoved
what racers
over
do.
the corner with the technology all of this time, trying to keep everything up to date. But
welcome to the balcony.
Yeah, thank you. I like the balcony a lot better.
Yeah. So do I. It's a little chilly out here, but
it is. But it's been one of the things about fall in the Ozarks. We got lucky to have a spot where it's not, snowing. At the same time, it's not blazing hot. So.
Yeah, exactly. You never know in October. So they're on the back course, or on the back side of the course coming down. We do have, it looks like ST Racing is in the lead by a good margin of about 10 boat lengths, with Jackhammer back in second place.
I expected that. The way that they had, the confidence they had after the first win, the way that they talked in the interview down there with Christian, it sounded to me like they wanted to dominate, they wanted to be on top, and they're holding that position right now. Jackhammer running in second, and still we have LPC running in third. They're pretty much a giant distance between LPC and the team up front.
Yeah, about 10 seconds. And then back by about 4 seconds behind them is Phase 5. 4 seconds behind them is Team Allen Lawn Care. And then about 3 seconds behind them is FJ.
FJ. All right.
Yep. Gary Blue there in the FJ propeller boat coming up from Florida.
You are listening to live coverage here of Offshore at the Ozarks News Talk KRMS. It is Sponsored by Performance Boat Center, obviously, because they are the big organizers of the race here. And, of course, we want to thank our broadcast move sponsors, Somerset Boat Lifts, as well. I tell you, they are starting to get a good pace between each other. They're starting to spread out. And in NASCAR, we've seen this a lot when you watch the asphalt races, where you think that they're kind of like they're comfortable. They're waiting for that last big push towards laps 6, 7, and that area to go get really wild again.
Yeah. Well, you just never know, though. With the asphalt, you can wait and see how your car's going to react. Here with the boats, you just never know what to expect from one lap to the next. So
that is true.
We'll see. Sean Torrente has really got a good lead going now, and looks like he's pulling away from him.
Tell me something. Am I missing a boat?
So I have not seen Ryan Beckley and Tom Kennedy come through with the TNT Caddyshack boat. I think they made the start, but I have not seen them. And there is Performance Boat Center coming in. I guess they would be in 7th.
I would have to say they're going to be a little upset at that setup.
Yeah, darn it. Yep, you just never know.
Got to make a change for Saturday, though. That would be the last chance to do anything.
Yeah, they knew they had to change something, so they changed and went out and gave it a try, and looks like it was a little bit wrong.
Very good. Just a reminder again, I see a lot of boats that are starting to come in and start to leave. Maybe they're coming in to participate tonight here at Camden on the Lake, and it is no wake. It is no wake between the 5 and 9 mile markers. That will remain all the way until an hour after the race is over. So 6 p.m., no wake zone, 5 to 9 mile marker on the main channel. So be cautious out there and give plenty of room to the racers.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen more boats out there in the spectator fleet. Everybody's getting off work, coming down and checking out the races.
Definitely. Well, that's the right thing to do, right?
Yeah, exactly. So Sean Torrente there in the lead still in STR Racing, the exact boat with the brand new Doug Wright, and then you have the Victory Built boat, Jack Hammer, coming in second place.
They're definitely putting some time between each other right now, whereas it was very close racing. Now that team ST Racing is just literally taking off with the lead on this one.
Yeah, I wonder if he was toying with us before.
Well, you almost wonder, because they do that a lot. Racers in every form of life would like to see just how their competition is going to do. If they know they've got the power and they know they've got the setup, they can easily hold back, wait a little while, see how it performs, and then when they know it's time to go, it's time to go.
Yeah, it really is. So I don't know whether, Sean Torrente has Eric Basali in that boat with him. Actually, it's Eric Basali's boat. And so, maybe they were just waiting to see if anybody else had anything to give them better competition than the second heat. But wow, they're really pulling away, aren't they?
Yeah, at this point we're at nearly at the halfway mark. So I mean, it's all go in and all game at this point for the racers, especially for folks that are in the backside. I mean, if Team Allen wanted to get up front, if the folks at Performance want to get up front as well, this is the only chance that they're going to get at this point. You're going to get too far behind where you can't catch up.
Right. So we still have Jack Hammer in second. LPC just came across the line in third. We have Phase 5 coming across the line right now in fourth, and we have Team Allen Lawn Care in fifth, and FJ should be right behind them.
I want to take a minute to thank Bath and Home Transformation here at Lake of the Ozarks. They are our official sponsor of the start-finish line, which is directly right across from us here. And we'll be waiting for, of course, these guys to come across for that final time on lap 7 to see who is the winner of this race. And a big thank you to Bath and Home Transformation for helping us put this together. I mean, literally, Brad, there's tons of sponsors who came through to help put this event together with Performance. And I mean, it was instant. The minute you mentioned we wanted to get this going, I believe I heard something like 36 hours after we started telling everybody we're going to do it, it was sold out. The broadcast was sold out. Everything was sold out.
It's awesome. Hey, I'm from Kansas City. I'm a Midwestern kid. We're all here in the Midwest, and we all love our boat racing, though. Lake of the Ozarks is the mecca of powerboat racing right now. It really is, and power boating in general. High performance boating is where to be. It really is with Performance, and you got to give them credit for that. Mark and Brett over at Performance have made that a destination with the Redhead Yacht Club, and now with the pool that they put in as well. But the service department there, and now they've got their own line of boats with the right Performance boats there. It's just an amazing thing that they do here at the Lake of the Ozarks.
No, I'll tell you, Redhead Yacht Club is something else. Everything that they have down there between the different restaurants and the showroom that's on there for Performance Boat Center, and even the fact that you can actually rent some of their cabins and stay as well here at the lake area at the 21-mile marker. So it is a really cool facility, and we're really blessed to have them here in the Ozarks, I'll tell you that. It looks to me like as we round here, as we're getting close to coming up on lap number 5, with about 3 laps to go once they come around the front here, but it looks like Team ST is just, they are dominating.
Yes, they sure are. It's very reminiscent of this first heat, you know. They held back for a little bit there, waited to see if anybody else in the class was going to come up and give them a run for their money, and then they just checked out, man. This is beautiful. Look at that thing. Look how far back the canopy is on this boat. So that's a little bit different on the other Dugrights. They've moved that canopy back a little bit, and of course that changes the center of gravity and the setup of the boat. We probably, with seeing how dominant it is, we'll see other boats change to that format as well.
You know, and they're riding smoothly out there on that water. I mean, you know, you can see that they're pushing. The engines are really pushing to push that boat, but it's not jumping, it's not skipping. There's no chime walking or any type of thing like that for these boats. It looks like they're just it's smooth riding for them.
Oh yeah, they're just out on a afternoon cruise.
I'd say that's the best afternoon cruise I think I've ever seen.
That's a testament to how good these guys really are. They're making it look easy, and I'll tell you, from being there myself, it is not easy.
You know, you did mention, you know, how a prop change affects the boat. Let's talk a little bit about how they trim these things out, because, you know, this isn't like getting in your cruiser and just making it, you know, comfortable while you ride down the lake. There's a lot of effort that goes into it. I think, was it constant changes that you have to make in the boat while you're racing?
Oh, definitely. The throttle man is in charge of the attitude of the boat. So the throttle man is running, of course, the throttle, but he's also running the trim, and so where the motors are trimmed at to get that specific speed at that point on the course. So they're in charge of that, and they're watching all the gauges as well. Then the driver is just holding on to the wheel. Now think about it. This is a nice smooth course, but sometimes we race out on the ocean, or we race up on the Great Lakes, and it's very rough, and that driver has to do everything he can to hold onto that wheel and keep the boat going from point to point to point around the course. So here the driver really has to pay attention to make a nice seamless run all the way around the lap, and the throttleman is controlling the attitude of the boat.
Well, let me tell you something. Team ST Racing, you know, Eric and Sean are literally 2 laps away from possibly winning the second heat. You know, we are coming up on lap number 6 when they come around the bend here to the finish line. What can you say? They're walking away with this.
Yeah, I would say that, but Jackhammer is right there. I mean, they are really, I think they've closed the door a little bit. So Jackhammer's right there. I don't know if ST Racing, if Sean and Eric are backing off just a little bit, but Jackhammer's right there in second place, and then you have LPC right behind them. If they had a hiccup, LPC would be on top of them in a second.
Yeah, that's one of the things you got to really pay attention to when it comes to boat racing is, you know, these motors and these boats, they have problems when they're pushed to a limit. You never know when it's going to happen. Something at some point could break, and when it does, that's the opportunity for guys behind them to make the jump and pull in the lead.
Yes, definitely. So right now we've got about a 15-second lead between first and second place, but you know that can dwindle really quick if you have something go wrong with the boat.
Oh, there we go. We're at that's lap number 6 here for Team ST. We've got one more to go around, so let's see if they can hold on to make this one a second win for them. And that would just send them off into day number 3 with 2 wins in the belt. And all they'd have to do, they're going to start again. If they win again, they're going to start in the back again, right?
Oh, yeah. They'll have to start on the outside. Then we have Jackhammer that just came through. But, yeah, since they won today, tomorrow when they start that next race, they will have to start in the outside position.
Now, with 2, if they hypothetically win, with 2 wins in the bucket here, what does that mean for them on that race for the third race? What do they have to do? Where do they have to go in order to get to be a champion of it?
So you'd have to look at the points and see exactly how it shakes out. I've been in the same situation before, and as long as you finished first or second, then you had it won. So you knew that you had to have a good showing, but you didn't have to, you know, really wring everything out of the boat to get first place. You knew that you just had to get at least second or better.
Well, I guess that's going to be interesting to see what they do tomorrow, but we still have 1 lap left here to get through this 7th lap. And when they come around to the finish line, we'll know what that answer will be. And they're just coming around and around the back side now, and coming around the condominiums on the back right there. And we'll get a chance to see how they're all stacking up.
Right. So it also sometimes, even if it's closer than that in points, then they'll go down to how far everyone went. So they'll see, did you finish all of your laps? What was your overall speed? All of those things break down into what equates into winning the championship of the weekend.
All right. There they are on the back straightaway right now, coming around to try and pick up their second heat win.
Yeah, that's Sean Torrente coming down the back stretch. Jack Hammer's in second still. It looks about the same. I'd say it's closed up a little bit there.
A little bit of closure there, but I don't know if it's enough for them to catch them around these first turns 1 and 2.
12 seconds now. So yeah, they have picked up a little bit. Picked up 3 seconds.
You gotta love how that helicopter just hovers over them like that.
Yeah, I know.
It's a feeling of power when they come around.
Yeah, you can tell that's not that guy's first rodeo.
Oh, definitely not.
Sean Torrente got one more corner to go to have a very dominant day here at the Ozarks.
I think he's going to wind up coming around here being very happy when he sees that checkered flag at the finish line boat over there.
And the enthusiasm that they had. He's racing, he said, with his best friend. And so he had this opportunity, and he guided his best friend through building the boat and said, yeah, if you want to go racing, this is how we're going to do it. And it looks like they're just having a ball out there today.
Oh, you can't miss it out here, that's for sure. Here they come around the front here. Now, this is an unofficial win for them with Team ST Racing. Wow, that's just unbelievable.
Yep, with Eric Basali and Sean Torrente.
Yep, and you know what? I think they're probably gonna come back to the docks here and do a little celebration tonight.
Oh, I'm sure. And there's Dee waving the checkered flag out there. Jack Hammer comes through in second place.
They pretty much hold this position now for a good number of laps, with LPC coming in third. So I would say that's a pretty good understanding of how they were set up for today's race.
Oh, definitely. Yep. And here comes phase 5 in position number 4.
That's right. Now the big question is, did Performance get enough power to catch up to some of these guys, or if we're going to see his team Allen Lawn Care going to come in here next?
Yeah, it should. By my calculations, they should be coming through now.
Number 5.
Number 5, Team Allen Lawn Care.
That should put FJ Propeller at 6 if they don't have any competition from Performance. Yes, that's correct. And Performance will then finish in 7th. Again, unofficial results in the heat until folks from OPA have a chance to say, yeah, it's official. But if you are Team ST Racing, you're pretty happy right now.
Oh, definitely. What they're going to do is they'll take them back over and they'll pull them out with the crane. They got to weigh them and make sure that they're not overweight. Anything else that they have to pull their ECMs and make sure that nobody fiddled with those in between this morning when they were handing the ECMs at the driver's meeting. So make sure everything kosher, and then we'll have the official results.
I imagine as soon as we get down here to a dock report, we're going to get a chance to speak with Captain Bob May, and I know he's going to be standing by. His dock reports, of course, are always sponsored by our good friends over at Econolift. You gotta love Econolift, great stuff. Let's go down to the docks. Captain Bob May, can you hear us, Captain Bob?
Hey, we are here. Good afternoon, and boy, what a great day of racing we've had so far. And of course, we're pretty much done for today. But boy, we got some big laps for tomorrow lined up for you in both classes. Here's a guy that's has a lot of ups and downs. Ron Witt from, I guess we say Somerset, but also Galvahoist, right?
That is correct, Bob. We're with Somerset Galvahoist, and we're here with our dock and our lift, and we've been up and down a few times today.
The highs and lows of your business, isn't that what it's all about? You know, that's a very valuable thing for particularly the Supercats, because they just don't have they can't just tilt the motors up.
That is correct. Whenever you want to change props or do anything to the lower unit, it's got to come out of the water.
This business has been around a long time here at Lake of the Ozarks. Kind of give us a little history lesson.
Well, Dave started with the boat lifts in '84, somewhere in that area, and started off by himself, one lift at a time, and he's grown the business, got his brother involved, his son-in-law involved, the whole family involved, actually. And Dave does a very good business.
Well, it's great, and I know that Lake of the Ozarks has just been exploding over the last few months. You probably haven't had any explosions in business, have you?
No explosions. We love every bit of it we can get, but we just want people to understand that we are a little bit out, and it's going to take a little bit for a new lift.
Well, people understand that, I guess, and there's many boat dealers. I was talking with Daryl Law over there at Bridgeport, and he was talking about the fact they've got people making down payments on PWCs they don't have and don't know when they're going to get them.
Yeah, and that's unreal. I mean, where we've been this summer, nobody could believe what's going to happen, what's happened, and let's hope it continues.
Well, the real estate market's hot, the boat market's hot, and so is the lift market. So thanks for talking with us, Ron, and thanks for doing what you're doing here for us. I know this is a very valuable service, really, for all the racers that are participating in the offshore races today and again for tomorrow. So thanks again.
Thank you.
All right. Well, guys, back up to you, John and Brad from down on the boat docks. It's Captain Bob.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We look forward to hearing back from you in a little while of Team ST Racing. His reports are sponsored by, again, Lakefront Living Realty. Lakefront Living Realty and Econolift as well, and we're so thankful that he could be there. Here comes that helicopter again.
Yeah, I think they're taking your picture, John.
I don't know how they fly sideways. I don't get it. By the way, we also want to thank our friends over at Bath and Home Transformation. They sponsored the finish line today, and well, if you were watching on the stream and you got a chance to see that great finish there by the team, we're excited. We'll be hearing from them a little bit soon. I'm sure they've got a lot to talk about when it comes to how they're preparing for Saturday. You're listening to live coverage of Offshore at the Ozarks here on News Talk KRMS Osage Beach, as well as 93.5 KMYK Osage Beach. And we'll continue coverage as we're going to stay with it for a little bit while until they give me the signal that we're going to take a break. I don't know when we're going to take one, so we'll just stay with it for a little while.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on top of you there,
No,
but I can't
ahead,
wait to talk to the racers. I hope we get an interview with the ST Racing crew, of course, but I want to talk to the Jackhammer guys. Man, they're local,
Yes.
and they came out of nowhere for second place. That's awesome.
That's what you want to see too, because a lot of times when they talk about all these offshore races that are in Florida and in New Jersey, and they all come down here to join us with this race, but you got local guys that have gotten this far in the racing world. That again is a testament to just what Lake of the Ozarks is about powerboat.
Yeah, and that boat was upside down 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yes. So they flipped it over, got it back here, got everything cleaned out, sucked out all the water, got everything good to go, and they just finished second place. How awesome is that?
No, that's incredible.
Yes,
That's the kind of excitement you want to hear, because that a lot of effort had to go into putting that boat back together.
All-nighters, man. I've been there. It ain't fun, but you got to do what you got to do to get it back out on the course.
Well, very good. I definitely... Are we ready for? Yes, thank goodness. We're going to take a break. All right. You're listening to Offshore at the Ozarks here on News Talk KRMS. Oh, I'm having a fun time. I've been waiting to do this for a long time, Brad. Yep. This is great.
Yep.
And we'll be right back after this with more coverage here from Camden on the Lake, the Performance Boat Center, Offshore at the Ozarks here on News Talk KRMS.
Sure, there are a number of people who would like to buy a home here at the lake, but how do you let them know about your place for sale? That's where Vicki Lloyd with RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks Seal the Deal team comes in. Vicki has been selling homes at the lake for years. She knows how to get eyes on your listing and feet through your door. Vicki Lloyd with RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks Seal the Deal team has the experience to sell your home. Reach out to yourlaketeam.com. Remember, it's not just a lake, it's a lifestyle.
Any mower can make tall grass short, but not all mowers can make it look good. Gravely Zero Turns are the mowers built to make your lawn professional grade. With industry-leading design, comfort, and reliability, give your grass the cut it deserves on the equipment that lake area professionals can trust. Gravely. Take pride in your lawn. Putt into the Motor Hut. See the quality difference and your local dealer to back it up. The Motor Hut in Camdenton.
Your Uncle Tim is still rocking like it's 1985. Ha-ha! Rock on! So is his denim tuxedo. But he can't not be in your wedding pictures, so time for an update. Bath and Home Transformations gives the Uncle Tim treatment to your bathroom or kitchen in as little as 1 day, from fixtures to floor coverings. They've got a new look, but they're the same at heart. A lot like Uncle Tim. Ha-ha! Rock on!
Hi, this is Chuck Kramer with Bath and Home Transformations. Don't move, improve. Visit us online at bathtrans.com.
I'm here with Todd Gregg, owner of Lake Spider Netting. Todd, tell us how spider netting works.
Well, the spider netting it basically goes up inside your slip, keeps everything from that would sit on the purlings, the spiders and the birds and everything from dropping straight down on your boat. It's just an added protectant to protect your boat, your cover year round.
I'm sure you're on Facebook. How do people get in touch with you otherwise?
On the internet, lakespidernetting.com.
Thanks, Todd. When you want your boat protected, it's lakespidernetting.com.
It's the lifestyle you've been dreaming about. A home on Lake of the Ozarks waterfront. Hi, this is Annie Falstidge, owner-broker with Lakefront Living Realty. We deal exclusively with waterfront and water access properties nationwide, and we have realtors that specialize in different areas of the lake. You're not just buying a lakefront property, you're buying the lake and the lifestyle that is special to Lake of the Ozarks. For more information, visit lakefrontliving.com or call us at 833-LK-FRONT. We're proud to be a broadcast sponsor of Offshore at the Ozarks.
People are over the top about their animals, and our veterinary at the lake is over the top when it comes to providing care for your pets. Keeping your pets healthy and happy throughout every stage of life is the #1 priority of our veterinary at the lake. For medical, surgical, dental, and emergency care, our veterinary at the lake is there for you and your pets. Learn more at lake.vet or call 573-346-5733.
If you're tired of your old dock or maybe have dock envy, give DocWorks a call. This is Michael Hudson, and we at DocWorks are proud to be a sponsor of the Offshore at the Ozarks. With over 18 years of serving the lake community, our docks are proven to be strong and supported. If you want to see why DocWorks was voted best dock builder on the lake for 2020, give us a call at 573-964-1919. That's 964-1919, or like us on Facebook. Remember, life is too short to live with dock envy.
Performance Boat Center is the nation's largest performance boat sales and service dealer with a full-service repair facility and a huge parts inventory. They carry the world's most luxurious new and pre-owned performance and pleasure boats, including Cigarette, MTI, Sensation, Wright Performance, Princecraft Tritoons, and new to the lineup, Tiara Yachts. Shop their headquarters off Highway KK at Redhead Yacht Club or visit performanceboatcenter.com. Performance Boat Center, Lake of the Ozarks. Now, back to live coverage of Offshore at the Ozarks on News Talk KRMS.
All right, thank you. We're back here live at Offshore at the Ozarks, presented by Performance Boat Center. They carry the world's most luxurious new and pre-owned performance and pleasure boats. Performance Boat Center here in Osage Beach. You are watching and listening to the event here on News Talk KRMS, and it wrapped up all the racing for the day today, and I got to tell you, it has been phenomenal. Again, a reminder to all of you who are listening out there, it's still idle speed all the way up until 6 o'clock tonight, even if there's no racing going on. The regatta permit, the rules from the Highway Patrol is that you have to remain idle speed between the 5 and 9 mile mark of the main channel, whether you're exiting or coming in to Camden on the Lake.
What about tomorrow?
Same thing with tomorrow. When we have the races starting about 3 o'clock tomorrow, the rule goes into effect about an hour beforehand. So it's idle speed for an hour up until 3, and then when our races end at 6 o'clock, it's an hour afterwards as well till 7 for that idle speed, and that affects 5 to 9 on the main channel, and then of course the half 0 to the half mile mark of the Gravois Arm, because it's pretty close over there.
Yeah, so they're doing that tomorrow because of that big bass tournament that's in town.
That's right. Dan, the Big Bass Bash is in town again. You know, that's one of the biggest fishing tournaments you can see down here at Lake of the Ozarks, and
$100,000 to the winner.
It's all amateur too, by the way.
That's awesome.
You can't win this if you are a professional fisherman.
Yeah,
so
we saw some guys at the boat ramp last night that were looking forward to it. They're amateurs, and they said, "Man, if I won that $100,000, that'd really kick me off, and then I could be a professional bass fisherman."
See, there you go. Go win the fishing tournament tomorrow morning, and then put the fish boat back up and grab out the power boat, and you can go racing.
There you go.
I like that idea.
You got a big enough pocketbook then.
But, it's really important to mention that because, that event was already scheduled months before this one was. And the folks over at Performance sat down with the team at Big Bass Bash and said, look, we don't want to interfere with the race. We don't want to interfere with the event and the weigh-ins that you guys have tomorrow morning. So they compromised and they did this 2-day event where 2 races were here today on Friday and then 1 on Saturday afternoon, which worked out very well.
Yeah, it is. I can't believe that Myrick lets him do it because I know he's a big fisherman too. So I'm sure they had a conversation at the boat shop about, hey, I want to fish that weekend.
Yeah,
but
I want to go fishing. Well, can they take the catamaran out fishing?
I doubt he has a fishing pole in there.
Well, I've been told by a lot of people that you look at a powerboat, some of them have fishing rods in there.
Yeah, well, mine doesn't. I know for sure. I wouldn't even know what to bring along.
Well, that's very good. Well, hey, I want to give a shout out to a few of our sponsors here. Obviously, our broadcast booth is sponsored by Somerset Boat Lifts, and we really appreciate them helping to put this together here so that we can stand out on this patio and get this amazing view and bring you the live play-by-play action. And again, Somerset, thank you so much. Lifting your dreams from canoes to cruises since 1982. And also, you heard a little bit earlier there, right before we got into the broadcast, from our friend Mr. Mike Anthony back at the studio, a little bit of check of the weather forecast. And our weather forecast and race conditions are brought to you by our veterinary at the lake. Our veterinary at the lake, they've been around actually for a long time. New name, same great people, taking good care of you. So thank you guys. The lake's only walk-in animal hospital, and visit lake.vet for more details. Brad, let's talk about today's events and how it shapes up for tomorrow, as we've had both races done, 1 and 2, for Super Cats and Super Stocks. This is exciting.
So, yeah, in the Super Cat class, you got some boats that are, they've already said that they're going to pull all-nighters and try to fix boats and put different motors in. So, got a long night ahead of those guys. But we'll wait and see if they can do it and get the boats back in the water. So, I don't know. You have to see how the Super Cats shake out. Miss Geico didn't look like they had any problems today. So Britt Lilly in there, he had a good seat time today. So good for him. And, of course, he's with Steve Curtis, and he's the professional of years past. So he knows exactly what to expect out of Miss Geico there. Then with the Super Stock boats, hopefully everybody is weighing out and they're not underweight and everything checks out, and we'll have an official finish later on.
A couple of things. We'll talk a little bit about the Super Cat class for a minute. You did mention there were a few boats, well, almost all the boats ended up blowing in one way or another, and it was it MCon that remained on the course as the only one that won today?
No. Gone Again actually won today.
Thank you.
Yep. Kenny Mungle from down in Texas brought up his boat. He actually had his back hurt on him today, and so he had Billy Moore step in as his throttleman today.
That's
with
correct.
Rookie driver Christian McCauley from New Jersey.
So Gone Again now, you got 2 wins in the book here, obviously because they won the first one. That's when everybody started falling off, and then they won the second one, which they were the only one competing in that race. But it was MCon that did say something about wanting to take the engines out, flipping the boat over, and doing some work on it, right?
Yeah, well, they're not going to flip the boat over, but they did have one motor break a camshaft. So Tyler said that they're going to go back and pull that motor out and put another one in. What they'll do is just pull that one motor out, I believe, and just put replace that one. The other one was running just fine, well enough to get them up on plane to where they could start the second heat to get points. So everything on that side of the boat looked to be working just fine.
It sounds so simple, but I don't believe it's that simple just to pull the motor out of the boat.
No, it's not a plug and play. In a sense it is, but it takes a whole crew to do it, and it takes several hours to do it. But it's still, you can pull out a motor and put one back in. It's not like NHRA. It's not quite like NASCAR. You do have a crew, but it takes a little bit more time than those guys on TV.
Very good. Well, we're going to tell you what, we're actually going to keep talking for a little bit more here and give you some more details about the race, and then, of course, look into it tomorrow. Hopefully we can maybe have like a little bit of a recap of some of the races here for today to set you up for tomorrow. But we're going to drop out of here a little earlier, so about 10 minutes from now we'll wrap up the broadcast completely and go back to our regular scheduled programming, because obviously we could talk with you for a whole hour, but I'm not sure you want to listen to us talk for a whole hour about the boats that are coming in to go party at Camden on the Lake.
Well, probably.
Although there's some nice ones down
Probably
here.
not. Yeah, they're beautiful boats. I mean, to stand out here and see all the amazing hardware that's here at Lake the Ozarks in October. It's just amazing. We go to races all over the country, and you don't see this amount of high-performance boats at any one site. And I'm not talking about the race boats. I'm talking about spectator boats. I'm looking out here, and you got 3 outer limits side by side. It's just amazing the hardware that's down here at Lake of the Ozarks.
Every time we do a race, that's the thing I love the most about is seeing these guys come in with their fabulous boats. We've got cigarettes out here. Those are classics. We've got Donzi's out here, and then is that the Monopoly boat?
Yeah, that's the Monopoly boat.
The Monopoly boat.
So that's a Black Thunder, but yeah, it's pretty infamous down here at the lake. It's had a couple different owners, and it's the Monopoly boat. It has a phenomenal detailed paint job on the side of it. If you get up close to it, it's just amazing.
Absolutely. All right, let's talk a little bit about the Super Cat class and have an opportunity to talk about them. That's where the biggest of the races of the day have been. Again, really looking at them from race 1 to race 2. If you are Performance Boat Center, what are you saying right now?
Performance Boat Center, so they're helping the MCON boat out. So in that Super Cat class, you've got MCON, you've got Dependable, and then you also have Gone Again and Factory, or the SV88 boat, the outer limits with the factory billet power in that boat. So I know that Myrick is in the boat with Tyler in the MCON boat, and they're going to take that thing back over to Performance Boat Center and swap out the motors. So hopefully they're going to have a good showing tomorrow. Now, Dependable, they're in town from with Mark Kowalski on the sticks, and they had a problem with a transmission, I believe. So they're going to try to fix that thing, and they took it out early, didn't even make the start on that second race. Then we, of course, Factory billet power, they had a power steering problem early, but they got that fixed and went back out, and looked like they were running pretty good, and then had a gremlin come up. But Gone Again was the boat of the class today. Kenny Mungle, his boat from Texas, with Billy Moore on the sticks and Christian McCauley on the wheel today.
Super Cats, now Super Stocks. Now, again, we get to talk about performance, because I think in this one, it's a little bit more complicated for them.
Yeah, Performance came in after the first heat and in their cat outboard and put on different wheels or put on different props and changed their setup. And when they went back out for the second heat, they just didn't have enough for the class. So they're going to try to reevaluate how they set up for this race coming in on Saturday's race and go from there.
Well, very good. So we'll have that live coverage definitely for tomorrow. I want to give a couple thank yous out here again to Performance Boat Center. They're helping us put this whole thing together. It just came together like bread and butter. Also want to thank Millstone over there, the Millstone Marina folks, because they helped us get our camera angle from over there, not only so that we could see the boats, but then they not only that, we were able to put them on a stream. Oh, cool. And everybody got a chance to see some of the racing here today, because we originally were just going to do radio, and everybody's like, you know what, we just need to see something over there, and they got the answer yes. And so thanks to Millstone, thanks to Reinhold Electric as well. I know Reinhold helped us put this stream together as well, the video streaming, so you could watch it, and we really appreciate them. And also Somerset Boat Lifts, Econo Lift, Lakefront Living Realty, Dock Works, Our Veterinary at the Lake, Bath and Home Transformation, and Rough Water Docks. All those guys, thank you so much for helping us put this together. We're not done. We still have another day of racing. It's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow, so make sure you keep tuned. News Talk KRMS is where we'll be starting about 3 o'clock, and we'll carry that broadcast over to about 6 o'clock as well, and we'll see how the championships shape up. Brad, it has been fantastic working alongside you.
Thank you.
I may not be Brendan, but I'm glad to be here, and I know that he'll be back tomorrow to round up for our broadcast on Sunday for sure. So we look forward to having you all here from the Offshore at the Ozarks at Camden on the Lake, sponsored by Performance Boat Center. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope you have a great evening. Stay safe, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, John Roger. The boat racing over, at least for today. We'll be doing it again tomorrow starting at 3 o'clock, and we'll go until 6 o'clock. So there you go. What a day. What a day. And a little bit of a delay in there at the beginning stages. I guess it was a